I just clapped 3 times. So, usually, I remembered I did Binding of Isaac, and I clearly forgot. And, usually there's an intro, and I got lazy. Like, lazy Martin, who I'm actually jealous of. So, where have I been? Grinding the fuck out of Isaac. Why did the video take so long to come out? Because defeating Mum's heart 11 times is a fucking mission and a half. Considering you gotta do it 11 fucking times. And luck has to be on your side. There's also a myriad of other problems I had, but we'll get into that. Now, in my first video, I didn't expect to get the run straight up. Not gonna lie to you. I half expected that just not to happen, but it happened, and then, yeah, well, here we are. So, what I failed to mention was I was gonna follow a guide. I've been following the guide. He's linked, his channel's here, and the guide I've been following. Now, he stated I had to do challenges. This is where I got fucked up. See, it's recommended before you even go for Mum's Heart, you do 2 challenges. These challenges being number 17 and challenge number 2. And fuck me, I wish I'd never discovered these things. Well, in saying that, number 2 challenge is not that bad. It's essentially a play on words with poo being number 2, obviously. And that's all well and good, because, you know, you get items like number 1, which grants 1.5 tiers and reduces range. E-coil, which I have to look at the script, I'm sorry. I'm not going to remember this. Enemies that touch Isaac turn to poo. And butt bombs, which you get 5 bombs, and upon exploding they release a gas, like any good Chipotle meal. And flush, which turns most enemies into shit. Literal shit. Once you do this run, you get the Rune of Jura? Jura, I think I'm pronouncing that. Jura. I'm going to pronounce it Jura. Which is actually a really goated item. It turns everything, it doubles all items you get. It doubles everything. It's actually really fucking cool. So if you get, there's 1 heart, it doubles it. Really goated item. I actually use it a lot when I get the chance. Now, challenge number 17. I still wake up in a cold sweat sometimes thinking about this fucking challenge. And it's one of the reasons it took me so long to get to this point. Now, I know you're saying, just ignore the guide. I had uploaded shorts and videos about this, and people said, yeah, you probably shouldn't use that item. No shit, but it's part of a challenge, and I'm not one to turn down a good challenge. What essentially this does is turns Isaac's tears into spectrals. Spectrals? Not spectrals. Floating tears. So he shoots and it just orbits. Orbital tears. And it's fucking bullshit. And it does my head in because you can't aim straight. And it took me forever to figure it out. What it also does is brings everything to you. What I mean is it magnetizes every fucking thing. Magnetizes hearts, coins, items, everything, and including enemies, which took me months to figure out. It took me a month to figure out that why the worm was hovering towards me like a cheat in Call of Duty. Now, after literal month trying to do this challenge, I eventually got it. I was so happy with myself. And what it got me was Death's Touch, which is, again, another goated item, which gets you 1.5 damage, negative 0.3 tears, piercing tears, multiply of the tears goes up as well. The size of the tear size is multiplied, and the tears turn into Death Sight, which is fucking cool. Hi. See this kid here? See this adorable little kid? Well, he's lonely. You know why he's lonely? Because he can't go outside because it's too fucking wet in North Queensland. You know why else he's crying? Because he can't whack off in Australia. Because Australia took away our porn. And we just can't have that. Do you know what he's discovered recently? He discovered Waifu Shop. Today's sponsor. And boy howdy, does he look happy now. Anyway, bye. So, Waifu Shop is a game where you play as the master. The master shop. The master man. The master beta. Where you run your own little shop with your cute little waifus. Now, this game is amazing. You run your own shop. You get your waifus, you send them out on grand adventures to get resources. You turn your waifus into battle princesses, battle mages, battle waifus, waifu fucking queens, whatever you want. And you give them gifts, and in return, they give you hand jobs like this that you can't see because I've had to blur it. But trust me, it's hot. Now, what if I told you that not only can you jack off to this and play an amazing game, but if you use my code, you will get 10 free pulls. That's amazing. And these pulls, not only will you be pulling yourself, you'll be pulling in the game to get you different waifus, more gems, more resources, weapons, armor, anything your desires. And not only is this game free on Steam, and not only am I giving you 10... Waifu Shop creators have decided to give you 10 free pulls using my code Webby, you will also get an amazing experience with monthly updates, new waifus. I think they actually have a new waifu now that you can play right now. It's amazing. I actually do love this game. No pun intended, this game has me in an actual chokehold. Not for porn reasons, genuinely because I like these little sims. It's my one weakness is a good shop sim where you can be a little shopkeeper, managing inventory, doing little odd quests. This game is actually fucking amazing. Do check it out. Link for the Steam page is down below. Check them out and make sure you use the code Webby for your 10 free pulls. I think you gotta do the tutorial first, but once you get your 10 pulls, you're in. And yeah, great game. Thanks Waifu Shop for sponsoring. Back to Isaac. Woo! Now that we're all caught on what I should have done before the first run, now we actually get into another set of fucking challenges. It never ends! But, before we do any of that, you've got to defeat Mum's Harp 3 times. Beating Mum's Harp once is a pretty cool achievement. Doing it twice is also a pretty cool achievement. Doing it 3 times, you feel like a fucking god. But of course, I did these all wrong, because I'd do the challenge number 17, which I'd get frustrated with, and go do a normal run, and end up getting Mum's Harp. But then I'd go back to challenge 17, completely fucking lose myself, and go back to normal. So I did these in a completely wrong order, but I still did them nonetheless. But once we got Mum's Harp defeated 3 times, we unlock challenge number 6. Yay. Now, this again was another one that fucking ruined my life. Again, another month doing this challenge, and you're probably wondering to yourself, what's the fucking point? The items are not that great. But this challenge makes you use flies. So you get flies that buzz around you, orbital flies. And the idea is that the flies are your attacker. You don't have tears because you're blindfolded. You just use fucking flies. But on the plus side of that, you are just a floating head, which is pretty cool, because floating head's pretty cool. Not as good as actual head, but still cool nonetheless. There are 4 sets of flies you get. You get 2 shielded ones, the ones that are around you, and then you get an inner fly, the red fly that does 75 damage per second, and then an outer fly further away that does less damage, about 30 per second. Now, don't get me wrong, these flies are actually OP. Coming to boss battles, getting in nice and close, does work in some degree when some enemies are tired. However, not every enemy type does it. So it becomes a real fucking... it becomes a fuckfest. But on the plus side of having the flies, you also can fly, which is actually a pretty cool ability, considering how far you can get, all the different hearts, coins, and everything. So it comes a little bit more OP. The only downside is, fly orbital attacks are your only means of offense and defense. You don't get tears or anything. So Death's Touch, which I unlocked earlier, becomes absolute mute. Spectral Tears become mute. Everything is mute except for the flies. You worship fucking flies. You basically become that movie The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. You become the fucking fly. Flies. Fucking hate them. But when I got this, when I got this challenge done, I squealed like a pig for at least 30 minutes. Just getting on Discord and contacting my mate. I fucking did it. I never felt so good in my life. I felt good. And then we proceeded to go on with the next lot. We're going off cuff. Hi. So I was recording all this and my script didn't save. So this next bit is all off the cuff. And yeah, good luck. So after this, you defeat Mum's Heart a couple more times, and then you unlock the next challenge, which the name I can't remember. But it's a really cool challenge because I think, yeah, it's Dr. Fetus. You get Dr. Fetus, which is a really cool fucking challenge. You do the Dr. Fetus challenge, which is basically your tears are bombs. And it's the fucking coolest challenge I've ever done. It's really fun. I got it on the second try, and I was really amazed with myself. After this, it was defeating Mum's Heart over and over and over again, grinding every day. But doing the challenges made me realize how good I can dodge and weave and learning all the different parts of Isaac, which I didn't mind doing at the time. Now, I will put here the live stream I did. I don't expect to get these on the live stream, but it just happened and I was so happy. So here's me defeating Mum's Heart for the 11th time, and yeah, getting to the next stage.
You just all want to see my ass. Is that all this is? Perverts! Alrighty. This is it. This is it. This is the moment I have been waiting for since I decided to do this bullshit. The final Mum's Heart. The final one. And with a click of the button, it's over, baby! It's over! Yes! Woo! Look at the achievements just rolling in! It's only taken the better part of 6 months of my fucking life! But it's not over! That's the worst part! This shit's not over! There's like another 5 bosses after this that are apparently a lot harder! Yes! But this was the longest one! Ugh! Play the clip! Oh, that feels so good!
Wow, what a cool fucking guy. Honestly, the next stages are Isaac and Satan. I started grinding them a little bit. They're not too bad. As you can see with these older clips, I don't have Repentance Plus or whatever the fuck it was. I've recently downloaded that, and it has made it a little bit harder because they're all different rooms, and I've got to get used to these new rooms, new enemy types, and whatnot. So it has made it a little bit of a bitch effort. And as of recording in March, I have not touched Isaac for a month because of a lot. City Skylines has me in a chokehold, man. I love that game. I love trains. I am that autistic kid. I love trains and buses. Anyway, I am going to go get back to grinding Isaac. But before that, yeah, this run was fucked. I hated every second of this. I am enjoying the Isaac and Satan runs. They're really fun, but we'll get to talking to them down the line later. But this whole set of run was bullshit, and I hope my save file isn't corrupted. But this is part 2 of my journey to Dead God Save, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'd like to also thank everyone that joined the live stream. If you want to see me streaming, we stream every day. Not every day. We stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. Friday, we just do reaction stuff. So let me know any other videos you want me to check out, and we'll check it out Friday on stream with the rest of y'all. And yeah, otherwise we're just playing games, enjoying ourselves. That's all I got. And I'd also like to thank the sponsor. Do check that game out. It is actually a fun game, and well, considering we lost Pornhub in Australia, it was the closest thing we got. So yeah, their link is in the description. Check out Steam, use code Webby, and yeah, see you all in the next one, which I believe I'm recording now. So, ta-ta, have fun, and thank you everyone. Shabadoo.